Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. It is September 10th and it's a Saturday, and that means we're starting with a brand new master topic. But before we do that, I just want to welcome you. If this is your first time with me, you'll notice a QR code at the top right hand corner of your screen. Just take your phone, point to that QR code using your phone app, and that'll direct you over to my link tree. If you have any issues getting to my link tree, just go to BELIEVE.com. And there's lots of great information on my link tree. John's Daily National Day video, JCM Academy TikTok. There is Serial Entrepreneur channel on there. There is Inspirations for Your Life, as you guys know the show. JCM Academy Business Coaching, Envision Networking, Science Fridays, and How to Network with John, and so much more great stuff to improve the quality of your life and everyone else you care so much about. All right. So you know how we do this. We start on Saturday with a brand new master topic, and we roll through the whole week, and we finish up on Friday, actually, with the end of that topic. So 7 days. And so thank you so much for popping in, and want to welcome a very warm welcome to our friends, colleagues, and associates that are coming back and watching this great content. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that some of the new people will become loyal, just like all of you that have been following me for so long. Really, it means a lot to me that you're taking the time to follow my information and soak up all this great inspiration and knowledge to improve the quality of your life and those you care so much about. All right, what is the master topic? The master topic is, here we go, everyone. You ready? How to Attract Great People series, episode number 1. All right, so this might seem a little daunting to some people, but I'm going to give you a tip today. One of the easiest ways to attract great people in your life, it's real simple. Be that person. If you want to attract other amazing, creative people, be that person. And see, when you become something, you attract something. A wise person once told me, everything exists in our universe. We just have to get into the frequency of connecting to it. So think of it like a radio, right? And you want to tune in a radio station. Well, when you dial to that exact frequency, then you're in alignment with that frequency, and therefore you hear the broadcast of that radio station. Same thing happens in our life. Everything already exists that we want. It's just we have to become in alignment with it. So one thing about attracting great people is we need to get in alignment with attracting good quality people in our lives, right? We need to be that person. We need to attract people that are what we want. But first, we have to become that, right? We have to become that. If we don't become that, then that's a slight problem, ladies and gentlemen. That is a slight problem. And so by a slight problem, I mean that it can be a challenge. A challenge because it's like you're wanting this person, okay? And I get that you want the person, believe me, I get it. But for whatever reason, you are not resonating the type of person that you want. And if you don't vibrate at that high level, well, guess what? That person's not going to come to you. So you might have heard the phrase before that, opposites attract. And that is true. However, really, like attracts like. So even though we might seem different, okay, and we might say that different relationships attract people of opposite likes and dislikes, it's not 100% true, because if we notice and we go beyond the initial surface level, we'll see that there's some commonalities that actually brought us together. Commonalities. So commonalities are really what causes the bond. So you might be saying to me, John, do friendships happen or do relationships happen with different people, or is it same type people? Well, it appears the same on the surface, like I'm telling you, but it's not, right? Or I should say, it appears different on the surface. That's really what it is. It appears different on the surface. But then when we start to scratch deeper, we're like, huh, this person likes this person does this person is organized, this person has this kind of attitude, so do I. And so when we embrace that kind of spirit, it sends out a vibe to people like, hey, I know you're looking for people like me because I want to be with people like you. But you might be asking me, John, well, why is it that so many people talk about being different? Well, I think that's a misnomer because differences don't attract each other. They don't attract each other. They don't attract each other. You need to understand that it is similarities that attract people, not differences. Sometimes people go weeks, months, and don't realize that the fact that they're attracted to the fact that they're friends isn't because they're different. It's because they really are the same. And you see, you might have not picked that up on a outside level, but as an inner level, okay, as a subtlety, your brain and body's already picked it up and said, hey, this person's like me. So we do business with people we know, like, and trust. We don't do business with people that are different from us. We don't hang around with people that are different from us. Well, I like hanging around this person because they have a different style of cooking. Well, that might be the case. However, it's not that it's causing you to be friends. It's the fact that you have a commonality. Maybe you both like cooking so much, right? Maybe the commonality is the fact that you both like to be neat, or maybe the commonality is the way you treat others. Maybe the commonality is the fact that you want to take care of your body. And so these things don't really come to the surface because we're always saying, gee, I want to find somebody that's different. And although we're trying, or we think we're trying to find somebody that's different, we get enticed because of that. But the real reason that we're bonding and connecting is because that person is just like us. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine that I met several years ago actually appeared very different than me on many levels. And this person was extremely arrogant. Now, I'm not arrogant. So I was like, why are we friends? And so after time, I started realizing that the reason we're connecting is because that person had challenges in life. I had challenges in life. And the more we talked, and then a phrase came out of the person's mouth that said, hey, we really should hang out sometime. We really should do this together sometime. It was like they were extending this olive branch to want to spend time with me. I remember, we're so much different from each other, but really we're not. That difference is just the exterior. So let's think of it like this, right? If we all have an iPhone, right? Or you have an Android, it doesn't matter. And that phone has one color. Another phone has another color, right? And another phone has another color. We all appear different, but we're all the same. We're still iPhones, right? Let's think of something else. Maybe you're looking at a car, okay? And it's the same brand of car, same model. And the car seems different because it's a different color, but really it's not. You still like to drive it. Or maybe it's an SUV and they're different brands. But the fact that they're different, they're the same because we all like to drive SUVs. So that's what attracted us to that. So when I say how to attract people, good people in your life, this is vital. When you're a captain on a team, you may want to entice people to join your team, right? But you want them to join the team because you want them, but you don't want to beg them and say, hey, you got to be with me. You got to be on my A-star team. No, you tell them all these great things, and then you make them want to be on your team, and you keep them out there for a little while, and they're like on bated breath, like, am I going to be on this team? Am I not going to be on this team? And they're like just trying to do everything to please you. At the end of the day, they want to be on your team just as much as you want them on their team because they like the qualities that you stand for. But sometimes when this happens, there's that big ego that gets in the way. And you probably remember this from grammar school days or even high school days when you were the team captain or someone else was the team captain, and they had to pick people. Now, there were obviously people in your class that were not great athletically, and nobody wanted to pick them to be on the team. But what we learned is that sometimes the teams that did the best were the ones that picked those people that were not so athletically inclined. Well, what did that matter? Well, it turns out these people had a different edge over athletics. And because of that, they became more competitive, and thus they refined their athletic skills. There was a kid in one of my classes in grammar school, and his middle name should have been athletics because he lived, slept, and drank athletics. And if you didn't want to be part of athletics, then you weren't getting along with him. And I remember in the very beginning, when I found athletics a little bit challenging, and he was there trying to motivate me and other people, but all he wanted to see was that you were trying. You didn't have to be an all-star like he was. He just wanted to see you're trying. And when he saw you're trying, even if you didn't do a tenth of what he did, he cheered you on. Now, this is one of those big top jocks that basically, their world is their world. But now that you started to try to kowtow, it's like they changed their demeanor around you. And when that happened, other jocks came around and were starting to be kinder to you. Why? Because they realized that there's something maybe they were missing, that there was something about you that was like themselves on a deeper level. And I think this is why this one kid who had a middle name, I always joke, with a name of athletics, but that wasn't his middle name. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Really appreciate that tonight. So when you are humble, which I've said many times in the past, the world opens up. Now, I remember being on this team, and I remember being that person that never got picked. And then one day, this kid who had the middle name of athletics picks me to be on his team, and I'm like, oh boy, like, I don't even know where to start. I'm not even great at this sport. And I told him, I said, look, I don't know why you picked me. I'm not great at this sport. I'm going to do my best. He's like, I know. He's like, and that's all I can ask. He's like, and just give it your best. And I just want you to try. And can I ask you why you didn't pick the other people? They're probably a little better than me. He's like, that doesn't matter. The reason I didn't pick them is because they don't try. You see, they can try and they don't. You actually try. And that is the kind of person that I want on my team. So tonight's lesson is, when you pick people, do you pick people that actually try? So how do you pick people like that? Well, you got to be the one that tries. And if you're the one that tries everything and doesn't give up, guess what? You're going to attract people into your life that want to try and not give up. Now, that might sound so outlandish, but it's actually the secret to connecting with people that might be different from you. So, like I said, it could be jocks, it could be other people, myself being an engineer. And now there are other people that are totally on the other sides of the fence, like in different worlds. When you open up and you try, okay, there could be groups that are into drama, like plays. There could be groups that are into athletics. There could be groups that are into chess. When you try with all of your might and you don't make excuses, you say, hey, look, I'm trying to play chess. I'm not sure how to do this. How does that bishop move again? How does the knight move again? Was that the L figure? And how do we protect the king or the queen? How do we do that again? So this is what gets people's dopamine flowing. And when it does, you know what happens? They realize, hey, this guy's actually like me. And I want to hang around with him. You see, that's the difference. But that doesn't ever happen if you have this ego, if you have an attitude, and most importantly, if you don't try. If you don't try, you're never going to know if you can do it. And you're never going to be able to let someone see that you have potential. Because now they saw that you have potential. Now they know what you can do. They want to work with you. They want to befriend you. And that's the magic tonight. Don't beg to be on other people's teams. Okay? If you are going to be on the team, don't beg to be on that team. You want somebody that wants you on their team, and you want to suggest to be on their team. But don't show them how much you want to be on their team just as much as they want you to be on their team. Be a little humble, be open, and just kind of nonchalantly ask, I could be on your team if you're open to that. And you're going to see that it's going to become more of a, oh yeah, yes, I want you on my team. And that's going to light a fire under you and them, and a bond is going to be formed. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you again this wonderful evening, which is Saturday, September 10th, 2022. Be sure to like, love, and support my channel below. Of course, comment below. Have you ever been in high school and been that kid that didn't get picked to be on a team? Or maybe you were that captain and you didn't pick somebody to be on your team. Or have you had a situation where when you started to try, other people wanted to help you, even though you weren't great at what they were doing? Let me know. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space MORLEY Space Serial Entrepreneur, and look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. And make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a savory slice of watermelon, a refreshing, icy chocolate and vanilla cone, or a delicious, icy cold drink. Either way, we'll be grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities and staff to empower you with fueled content to give you the choice to improve the quality of your life and so many people that you love so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and feel free to watch these again because there's a lot of information in these nuggets. So you might just have to watch it again. You might just open up a world that you didn't know existed. Have yourself a great rest of your night, everyone.